All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all your from the praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahashem, thereby honor the elders and the apostles and the elder bishops, while the foremost of the earth that puts and teaching this truth, and our sincerity and righteousness, as well as your brothers, you Akim, and Salaki, you Akim, right? Your brothers out there that also puts and teaching this truth. And Shalom to you, Akwafim, you grateful sisters who will be in the order and keeping their faith in the last days and doing y'all need to be doing. And Shalom to the Lord's elect, the 144,000 and 1/3. Shalom to y'all, as we call ourselves the hopeful elect. All right, from the baptism of the Spirit, another lesson that you'll and whatever it is you're being brought to the Spirit, man, just come out. I ain't really have much planned to talk about. But it is some good news for me. So may this be edifying to those in the heart. All right. Just to start off with just talking about Eve. That spirit been out there going on Eve again. For the women that's out there, just at ease. With things that's gonna happen upon this place, man. That judgment continue to ramp up, as prophecy continue to be fulfilled. We coming closer to that MOTV. The mark of the beast, the microchip. It's a whole planet of the earth will be tried, to take that mark, be subjected into this beast system, that these those are planning to have upon this earth, to track everybody, to have the Tower of Babel all over again, man, basically. So hey, we definitely coming to those times where, brothers is going with brothers, man, get into that spirit of how we once before. Back to our true nature, back to our true mentality. Back to the masculinity. Of a true man. Be having to put through many sufferings, many trials. You know what I'm saying? Being tried out for our faith, just to be acceptable men to Yahweh Shemel Shai. The Lord ain't just dealing with just ordinary men, man. But with Eve, that's how she looked. With Eve, that's how she look at Jake. She look at Jake, especially so-called black women. All she look at Jake is as just something, something to just use, abuse, just to use the man, so-called, that the so-called white man, went to Esau Edom, right? The damn devil that the Bible speaks of. He had made this system. He had what that word? What word I want to use? Basically, he embedded into the system. Just for the lack of better words, he embedded into the system to allow the women to win instead of the Jake men. Get through Eve, I'm gonna get this quick precept real quick. Proverbs 14 and verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her husband. Salaki. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hand. Right? And the wise woman, she would make sure that her man is okay. She support her husband full on with his duty of being a prophet of the Most High. Yahweh Shemel Shah, right? as the men is out prophesying the downfall of this place, you know, on the forefront on this ministry, putting our lives on the line, you know, and the women, our wives, they ought to be in the spirit of supporting, right, nurturing the husband, right, being there for him, when nobody else would, you know. Okay, in this world, man, in this world, the prophets don't cast out their lives, you know. They put their whole dedication and focus into doing what the Lord said, man, into being at the forefront, being, at the stand, you know, standing in the face of evil, prophesying against the evil here, man. You know, we're literally, I can't really put it into words much, man. Just we've been set up, man. We've been set up to do what we do now. You know, this ain't something that we just woke up one day, and decided to do it. No, the Lord called us, and ultimately chosen us for this thing, man. We've been ordained to do this and to show forth our faith, not even just believing in the names and believing in the gospel, but just actually preaching the gospel as well. Preaching the gospel to those who also will believe and do the same thing, and teach it to others. That's ultimately the gospel. And as a woman, your job is to just keep supporting your man. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, you women act like it's a hard job to take care of your man, make sure he's well fed. It's not hard to take care of a man. I'm gonna let you know now, it's not hard. You know, it's not hard taking care of a man. Me myself, I'm about simple as hell. I'm about simple as hell. you know, all Eve got to do with me is just make sure I'm well fed. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm well, you know, to make sure I'm well pleased. You make sure you please me good and you feed me good. That's all I care about. So yeah, man, we just for the women to actually sit and say, again, most of these so-called black women, for her to just say that, and I'm actually get a video too, built on this. Matter of fact, let me find it right now instead of me talking. Let me find the video actually. Come on now, sir. It's a specific video that I'm trying to find. Where this Eve had paid $10,000, to be coached on how to get a husband. I'm trying to find that. Damn, that shit must be old as fuck. Oh no, they're right here. Con. What do you know about you on the side? Right? So what is about to go into, Eve basically struggling to find a man, in these times that he finna come into. They could be struggling to find a man regardless because how the way they project themselves, man. The way that the way that women in this generation project themselves, man, look at it now, see that it, what I'm saying, this woman in this state acting this way, and another woman in another state acting the same way. Damn, all these women the same, you know? It's just something simple to understand. Because you see the generation, you see the things that this generation is doing now, and you see that it's nothing but adulterous activity. Women dressing in the streets, butt ass naked, basically, man. They in the streets butt ass naked, basically wearing them bubble skirts and a fucking damn. They wearing lingerie, basically to clubs and shit, to parties. You know, hey man, the mindset of our women is bugged, bugged. You know, and not even to get that overly feminine energy that these women, so like, that these women got, like, oh, I'm supposed to be over you. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to do this and that for me, da da da. Why you couldn't do this for me? You know what I'm saying? Why ain't you did it this way? There's things that they want their way. They're used to being fed. They're used to being baby fed by Esau, man. So it is what it is. But here go the video, man. Low one y'all can hear it. But just listen. You're gonna hear the first. It's like a couple of clips that's collaged together or whatever. You know, and the Eve you finna listen to right now at first is the Eve that paid $10,000 just to get coached on how to get a husband. You know, and then the rest is just women that is completely against what she did. But hey, just listen low when y'all can hear it. 39. I had not been on one date in 2 years. Then I invested $10,000 into my dating pool. Met my fiance a year ago. He proposed 2 months ago, and now we're getting married in 5 months. And I know that we have all done crazy things in the name of love, but sister girl, $10,000 for a man? A man? Couldn't, wouldn't, never would be me. How desperate do you have to be to pay $10K for a man? A regular man at that. He's not a CEO. He's not a CEO. And listen to Eve that just said that shit. Let me see y'all can see her. Hopefully y'all can see her, man. This E right here. Talking about a regular man at that. You know, that's how these women that's how these women treat good men nowadays. Cause that what regular men are. They're actually good men. They're actually genuine men. You know, these men they don't gotta go out and show out just to goddamn receive some attention or whatever. All because oh, women like this now, so let me just do this for me to get some women. No, these regular men, they ain't regular men. They're actually different from your average, from your so-called regular, or your top men or whatever you want to call it, man. You know, rappers, or celebrities, pop, you know what I'm saying, actors, fucking top chefs, fucking NBA players, football players, soccer players, whatever, man. You know, at the end of the day, ask what ask them guys what they do to get all that money. Ask them what he did behind closed doors, like LeBron James, especially him that did this. You know, it's a lot more other people in that industry that sold out football. You know what I'm saying? Rap industry, that shit wicked as fuck. And these women love so-called rappers now. But they been loving rappers, but they talk. Their eyes are only on men that live that so-called live that thug life. Niggas that carry around sticks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, gambling. You know, trafficking. These are the things. You know what I'm saying? These young niggas that these women are attracted to young niggas, man. They're attracted to fuck hell, man. These women are attracted to wickedness. You know, they're attracted to wickedness. They cleave unto something that what they desires, and that's wickedness. Okay, their whole spirit is wicked. You know, I don't really say the whole spirit, but you know, they whole character, man. They just wicked all around. You know, them fucking eyelashes, and then all that makeup and shit, man. You know, Eve just completely went backwards as a woman, completely, man. Let's see. Let me get this one scripture real quick precept. Right, Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. You women will treat these kind of men, because these the kind of men that will be looked upon as fine gold because of their character, because of their integrity, how they carry themselves, man. You know? Let's go back to the video. That's what you have to be. You pay 10K for a man. Regular man at that. He's not a CEO. He's not a CEO. He's not an NBA player. He's not an NFL player. There is not one. These women are all they attracted to is men with money, man. If you don't have money, nah, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. You can forget about talking to damn old girl that looked like a damn Instagram model. You know what I'm saying? With a BBL with put her out lips and fucking goddamn all types of surgery done to her fucking body, man. You can have that shit. Is that the type of woman that's out here in the streets? No. You know what I'm saying? Out here in the world, to train themselves to be women? No. You can keep that shit. You can keep that shit, man. You know? I would rather be like Apostle Paul when he said, you know what I'm saying? My friend, let me go to, as he said in First Corinthians chapter 7, I believe, be as son that have no that they say that he wished that we was like him, having no woman at all, man. Cause hey, with women it is just nothing but headache. You know what I'm saying? Just constant fucking nagging. You know, man. Hey, let me see. Let me find it. It's like I'm trying to find it, man. What? So like a very I can't find it, bro. Let's see. I'll get this instead. Uh, First Corinthians, First Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short and it remaineth. Right. So, you measure the times that we are in, man. You see that we are closer than we ever believed, you know? As some guys like Alizé, Bishop Nate, they're saying we in 1,000 years, 30 years, 25 years, or whatever. No, man, this thing happening in short of a year. Short of a year. You know what I'm saying? Short, even 6 months. Seeing the times we are in. So this thing can pop off at any minute, man. But this, I say, brother, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. Why? Because we know that, our wives can be a distraction at some point in time, man. Some brothers give their all to their wives. They put all their attention to their wives, and yet leave the Lord and forsake the Lord by not even going to the plow anymore, always going out with your rib, always got them taking care of her or some shit like that. There's things like that. Man, we're at, saying, just First Ezra chapter 4. Man, lose their ways over women. You will air it off from the truth just by even giving all your attention to your woman. See, you gotta be focused when you doing the works of the Lord. You can't get distracted with just one thing. Being, you know, like I said, just being with your wife, always going out somewhere, always traveling. You know what I'm saying? Give all that money, you can help brothers out. And just give in need, charity. You using all that for your woman. You spending all that you have on your woman. Always blowing a bag on her all because she want this and that. She want this Louis bag. She want this damn fucking Marc Jacobs bag. You know what I'm saying? She want to go this. She want to go this place. She want to go that place. She want to go to this restaurant. Or she want to buy this type of clothing, whatever. She want to go shopping. She want this jewelry, nice ass little bracelet or whatever. Man, these women just want materialistic shit. They are embedded to this world, man. You know, and you got to keep that in mind that they still got a piece of the world in their mind. That's that's one thing I'm starting to realize, and it's true. While being with women, you know, especially you try to teach the truth to them. When you actually teach the truth to a woman, they still got a bit of the world left, tech in them. Yes, they're gonna be like, oh, I agree, this and that and the third, they'll follow along whatever you want. Stock it, whatever you say, concerning the scriptures and you teaching the truth. They'll go along with all of that. But it's still got a mind, they're still attracted to the world. They still want to be amongst the world. They still want to be amongst their families, living their way, doing what they want to do. You know? Instead of supporting you, instead of helping you, you taking care of them because they doing some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Always with they damn uh, homegirls or whatever, friends, so called. You know what I'm saying? Always going to places, man. All that traveling and shit. Soon the Lord gonna put an end to all that traveling, man. All right. Verse 30. And they that weep as though they weep not, they wept not, Salaki, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Verse 32. But I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried, careful Slacking. He that is unmarried cares for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. There is a difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman care for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and spirit. But she that is married care for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare unto you upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attain, so like and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. And it's not, listen, it's nothing wrong with you having a wife. It is not a wicked thing for you to have a wife. You know, I'd be damned if somebody ever made that a fucking doctrine. You know, it's not. Matter of fact, back at the so I got the no, I thought it was fine in this scripture. It is what it is. But yeah, man, it's not wicked to have a wife, man. It's not. Again, the Lord tells us to be fruitful and multiply. How the hell we gonna do that if having a wife is wicked? You know, so it's not wicked to have a wife. It's not. But understand that you're gonna have troubles in the flesh. You know, you're gonna have trouble in the flesh, man. Right? That jumping back up to verse 28. But and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Right? Nobody. Oh, well, it's right here. It's Salaki. I'm tripping. Nevertheless, nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. Right? Then it going on to say, verse 29. But this I say, brother, this time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as thou, be as though they had none. Right? You know, once you get married, you got more responsibilities. You know, now you got to look after your wife. You know what I'm saying? If you got a child, you got to look after your child. You got to look after your family, man. You got to make sure you protect them, make sure they're well fed, make sure the house taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you take care of the, you know what I'm saying, the child as well. Make sure you feed it, take change the diaper, doing this and that, the third. You know, so really take it upon a wife, you having more responsibilities. You know, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, may the grace of the Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? While you dealing with your family and all that. You know, we all know that father, mother, and child may be saved. You know what I'm saying? Whole family may be saved in these times, man. It's possible. It's definitely possible. You know, but understand the times we in, man. We can't really risk that chance. You know, you have a wife, okay, cool, but you know what I'm saying, having a child, that is a little bit more strict, and now you got to watch after that child, and you may be on the run. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what Esau may do in these times, man. You know, whatever it is, your lot, just run with it, man. But just continue to have that faith at the end of the day. You know, just continue to keep that faith. Because all it is, whatever has come our way, whatever comes our way, you know what I'm saying, is meant to build us, you know what I'm saying, if it's not destroy us, it's meant to build us, you know what I'm saying, and have our character to be stronger, you know? Even that means taking upon the responsibilities of, you know what I'm saying, having a family and taking care of family responsibilities and shit like that. You know? Just believe and keep faith that the Lord may protect you and your family. I'm going back to the video. They got nutty, you know.
To pay $10K for a man, regular man at that. He's not a CEO. He's not a CEO. He's not an NBA player. He's not an NFL player. There is not one man on earth worth $10,000.
There's no man on earth that worth $10,000. You know, and these bitches are proud. Like they don't see that a man is above them at all. You know, they've been so used to being taken care of. You know what I'm saying, without even having a man involved. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the fucking day, you still got a man involved helping you, man. That's the thing. But it's the damn devil that's helping her. That's the thing. It's the devil. It's not her own people. It's not her own race of men. It's a different race of men that seeks to kill her. Here it is. You seeking help from the enemy, but later on down the line, the enemy gonna come and fucking it'll destroy you and your whole family. You know, whatever comes for you, man. But yeah, this is still the enemy that we are amongst. You know, majority of the cars that passing by me right now is straight. It's the enemy. You know, why? Cause they don't one. You know what I'm saying? Even JB passing by, they're the enemy as well. Cause they don't know the Lord. They choose not to obey the Lord. You know. So really, we are amongst enemy. We are behind enemy lines. You know what I'm saying? Doing the works and being upon our own select, being upon our pivot, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Always watching out, being vigilant. You know. So no more enemy that is around us. You know, and we the man of the Lord, we see this. You know what I'm saying? For the Lord rest His Spirit upon us and see the things that is happening. You know, and to be vigilant, because we know that this damn devil, you know, he got an idea of just doing whatever, doing what the hell ever, to do all that he can to torture Jay, oppress Jay, you know what I'm saying, to destroy Jay. This man used Eve against us, our own women, you know, and that's the thing that mainly when we get on a woman, that's the main thing that we trying to get them to understand. If you ever deal with them, you know, because we know women nowadays they don't really get the understanding of the things that is coming or really what's going on. They don't understand what's going on at all. They just understand money. They understand, you know what I'm saying, baby daddy, drugs, partying, liquor, you know what I'm saying, feminine, and these Israelite women that know they're Israelites but don't want to shut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying, all because they got a problem with the doctrine. Women speaking up against the man of the Lord for preaching the truth, preaching the scriptures, and but they want to call themselves Israelites. But they feel like they feel like they're entitled to have their voice heard, you know what I'm saying, amongst the congregation. All because they in their feelings, all because they don't agree. Listen, that's why when this judgment comes, when the Lord, let me get it. Isaiah 32 and verse 9, rise up, you women, it's like a rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And you women trusted in society, you know what I'm saying, the funds, you know what I'm saying, the handouts that has been given to you know what I'm saying, for you to just get high minded and act your ass, you know, act all kind of way, acting ghetto, you know, acting out of order, acting like men, having masculine energy like you can self authority over the men, you know. That's the philosophy that Esau had plagued our women with. That's that shit. That's that one. That's that part of the wine that these women had drunk to take on that masculine that masculine energy, that masculine spirit. And to think that you can do whatever to a man, you can speak to a man however you want, you know. So the nature of a woman is completely backwards. It's completely backwards, you know. And that's why the Most High finna put these women into check. You finna check these women. You finna humble them. You know. That's what it's going into. Verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Why? Because now you want to cry and bitch and complain because you ain't got no help. You know? You got 5 kids, you know what I'm saying, 5 baby daddies. You choose not to speak to any of them. All because you don't need a man. All your baby daddies ain't shit. You know? But yeah, they calling your ass every single day to see their child. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know? Like y'all really fucked up. Esau really fucked y'all up in the head, man. You know, this damn devil really fucked y'all up in the head. It's crazy. They shall lament, Salaki. They shall lament, meaning mourn, for the teeth and for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joy cities. Because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the cities shall be left. The forts and towers shall be for dens forever, for a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness of be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest. You know, that going to something else, but really jump out to verse 12. I want to read, they shall lament for the teeth. Let me go into that word. It's lucky. Come on now. Let me go to that word lament. Right? This word for lament.
Strong's H 5594. Safad.
Right? And the word means lament, mourn. Yeah, just mourning. You know? That's all it means, just mourn. Now let me do this real quick. The service out here is crazy. Yeah, that's about it, man. You know? But that's what's going to happen to these women in these last days, man. You know? As that prophecy Isaiah 4:1 come to pass, they could be in straight order, man. You know, when it come to us, they could be in straight order. But we ain't gonna play that shit. You know. And that's really should be the spirit of all the men of the Lord. All that say that serve the Lord and you know what I'm saying, that do the works of the Lord, they whole mentality towards the women is that if you don't either obey me or do what I say or do what the scripture say, was basically what I say, you know, because the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shah, rested the spirit upon us, the men, you know what I'm saying, not the women, the men, to preach the down to receive the mysteries, you know what I'm saying, to receive the understanding, you know. You ought to listen to me, you know, and hearkening to the message that I'm giving you. At the end of the day, you know, I'm basically your way of the salvation, so to speak. You know, I ain't trying to say in a way like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you know, we're the only way that you be able to be saved, but you know, through your man, you know, if you got a husband, through your man, if he in the truth, that is your way to salvation, man. You know, you can't, they ain't really nothing you can do about it. You women just had the spirit of just obeying. You know, it's not that hard. Again, it's just supporting your man, just making sure he good. You know, so making sure he's straight, taken care of, fed well, good. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking real good. You know, you know, just please the brother for once, man. Just please him. Just give him the good. And I promise you, you can be smiling, happy, man. You can be happy as hell. You be looking like a little child in the little in the little toy store, man. But the thing is, you women, y'all so used to how America treated y'all, man. How they so attached to this world. They're so attached to this world, man. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. You know. That's why the Lord got to do away with these women. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying. Ultimately, the righteous woman will cleave unto the man of the Lord. You know, and just be wise unto the man that be saved. You know, that's what it is. But these women don't give a fuck. They don't care. All they want to do is just sit and argue with you all damn day, and just don't want to have their way. They don't want to. They don't want to. They mad as fuck that they can't have their way. You know, that's all it is. They mad as hell they can't have their way. You know, and that's just women, man. I'm just tired of dealing with this shit. Just the women is just so sick and tired of it. So matter of fact, let me see something. Got a couple more. Ecclesiastes chapter 25. Yeah, yeah, Ecclesiastes. Salaki. Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 25 and verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. You know, that always complaining about small shit, that shit get annoying. That shit get annoying. You know, just shut the fuck up and deal with it. You know, at times, man, you just want to cuss the woman out. You know? Sometimes you damn sure have to do it for them to be in check. But those that don't even want to hearken, that always want to rebel, let them the fuck go. Let them the fuck go. Alright? Verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. You know? Because she mad. You know, fuck you mad, fuck you can't have your way. You know? So fucking what? Verse 18, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when you hear of it, shall sigh bitterly. You know? You with the brothers, you fellowship with the brothers, and then you get a text or a call from the women. You know? Why you ain't make a home? You know? Just nagging, just being a burden to the man. That's all it is. You just being a burden to the man. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, and that is death. Right? But let me get the last couple in the GNT. starting at verse 22. Starting at verse 22 in the GNT. When a man is supported by his wife, there is sure to be anger, arrogance, and humiliation. A bad wife will make her husband gloomy and depressed and break his heart. Show me a timid man who can never make up his mind, and I will show you a wife who doesn't make her husband happy. And that's these simps here, man. That's these simps in this world. They do whatever to try to make their woman happy or whatever. They say all the things that they want to hear. Salaki. And pay for everything. Go completely broke just by giving their money all to the woman, paying for her nails, doing this and that and the third. You know, that's stupid. That's just fucking stupid. Matter of fact, let me look at the word simp. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. I'm gonna show you a definition for a simp, right? A silly or foolish person. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. You're a foolish man if you want to give all your money and your time and attention to a woman. You're wasting your fucking time. But these bitches don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. They'll leave your ass dry, man. All they want to do is just take up they take up all your resources, all your belongings, your things, and all that shit. They don't give a fuck about you, man. They don't care. They don't care. So, hey, it is what it is. Sin began, verse 24. Sin began with a woman, and we must all die because of her. All because she want to learn wickedness and teach that to Adam. Then the fall of Adam, fall upon us. Death when we sin. Ultimately, through the grace of the Lord, through Yahweh Shai, sacrifice on the cross for us. His blood cover us. Ultimately the elect, of course, ultimately. But those who are going to repent, actually be who are actually the believers, that Yahweh Shai had chosen. Right? But due to the woman, man, due to following and being exempt for the women, death came to all of us, man. Death came to all men of the earth. Alright? I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap this up soon, man. But really, that's damn, I can't talk. Shit. Salaki. Can't talk, but that's what it is, man. And due to Trump, man, hey, and as well to just speak on that real quick, the times that we are coming into, man, these women need to be in check. Especially in World War III is here, man. World War III is here. I actually want to show y'all an article real quick. Right? And it says, breaking U.S. to approve Israel airstrike on Iranian sites after Iran to reject U.S. nuclear deal proposal of ending uranium enrichment. That's World War III. So why? Because they mad as hell because Iran didn't want to do a deal with them. Iran want nuclear weapons, and they're going to get it. They're going to get it. And all because they say no, and they're going to do what they want to do, and Trump and them mad as hell. Oh, you want to do a deal with us? All right, fine, World War III. They mad. They're mad as hell. And due to that, World War III has not begun. But we know all, you know what I'm saying, won't fully. What the fuck that for? But due to that, now they're gonna start a World War III, man. You know, they pissing Putin. They pushing Slocky. They pissing Putin off right now. You know, because of the shit that he doing. How does Trump want to have a relationship with Putin when this is shit that he doing? You know, and remember, Iran and Russia just signed a defense pact. So if Israel attack Iran, then that's World War III. They just started World War III. Because once they attack Iran, then Russia going to get involved. Because they basically partners. They partners now. So you know what I'm saying? Once all that happened, once they start attacking Israel, then the U.S. going to get involved. That's World War III. This is what we've been saying. This is what we said that's going to come upon the whole earth, man. You know, this all that we've been trying to tell y'all that's going to happen. That Babylon the Great, they're going to do a whole lot of fuck shit to bring this place down. You know, and Israel, they doing that whole genocide over that side, genocide on that side. You know, the least of the flock should draw them out, man. It's happening right before y'all eyes. You know, y'all about to see the terror of the Lord. Y'all going. That goes for the men. You bitch ass fucking you young niggas. You coons. You starfers. You know, man. You damn adulterous women. You whore. Oh, y'all finna get it, man. Y'all finna get it. There's no word to explain. There's no word to explain how bad the Lord really finna do upon His place. You know, there's gonna be great terror upon the land. There's gonna be great terror. You're gonna see 2 chapter 15 and verse 16 comes to pass real soon, man. Cause this is what we've been saying. This is what we've been prophesying about. These are the events and the things that is going to come to pass. You know what I'm saying? For you Jakes, for you women that want to be involved in this world, and so attached to this world, so attached to the moralist activities and the principles of this world, man. Y'all can't y'all can't think straight. Y'all can't. Even if the Lord send y'all people to think for you, y'all still won't hearken. Y'all still won't pay attention. Y'all still won't wake the fuck up. But due to that, death will come upon you. So the warning has gone out. The gospel has been preached to the four corners of the earth. And therefore, the end is coming. The end is coming. You know? We at the end. We here. So it's only a matter of time until the Lord actually inflict just send them missiles over here, man. It won't be a matter of time till it be a bloodbath over here, man. You know? Second Ezra chapter 16 in verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, Asia, Slakia, Babylon and Asia. Woe unto woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Right? All them lands over there, plus Babylon, you know what I'm saying? Babylon being here, you know, then Asia be over there, Asia Minor, Asia Major, you know, over there, all them lands, the Middle East, You know what I'm saying? Russia and all them. All those, hey, woe be to all of them. Just go for every single continent, you know what I'm saying, on earth. Verse 2, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry for your destruction that it is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is it? Slacking, what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away and slacking. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn against the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? You know, another scripture you can back that up with, they should not break their ranks. Right? Let's get that real quick. Straight to the point, Joel 2 and verse 7. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the walls like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. It's like it. They shall not break their ranks. And that's talking about the missiles. Once the missiles get shot, they're going exactly the way that it is being programmed to do it. And guess what? The spirit of Yahweh Shemel shall be in those missiles, man. You know? So, regardless, say something happened to the system or whatever, you know, and the systems of the missiles is just malfunctioning and nobody controlling them no more. Oh well, that's the spirit of the Lord that's doing that. Because the Lord's gonna be in the missiles, and it's gonna be guided to wherever He wants them to be. It's gonna go to the places where the Lord wants destruction at, and that's mainly Babylon the Great and upon the land of Israel. But the difference is, Babylon the Great, which is America, Babylon the Great, it's not getting rebuilt. This place is not getting rebuilt. You know, all these cars, this whole highway is not gonna be a highway no more. This spot is gonna be scorched. You know, you're not gonna recognize America no more. Why? Because it's gonna be burnt with fire. Because the Lord is gonna bring fire upon this place. It's been prophesied. But no, everybody's blind to that fact. People are blind to that fact. The Lord blinds people so He can kill them. What are you talking about? Fuck you mean talking nice to these people? Fuck them, man. Going back to second address. Verse 9. A fire shall go forth from His wrath, and who is he that made Christian? Christian, slugging. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at His presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of His power. For strong is His right hand that bendeth the bow, and His arrows that He shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. Again, they shall not break their ranks, and shall not miss. When it shall begin to be shot into the ends of the world, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return. They shall not break their ranks until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consume the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returned not backwards, even so the plagues shall be sent upon the earth, shall not return again. They shall not break their rank. The missiles are coming. Babylon's going to get destroyed. Was me who will deliver me in those days. And ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Shai will save us in these times. You know, the hopeful elect. The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. Ultimately, Esau, they're going to be in fear, man. You know? Yeah, at least they could be harder, but yet, once everything done and once everything is said and done, we're going to pull them out of them bunkers, out of them cliffs of the rock, out of them holes. We fishers right now, but soon the Lord is going to make us into hunters, and we're going to hunt them out of them holes. Especially you sold out Jakes last month, that too. You know, which ultimately you may not be Jakes, you probably just tares. So that is even better for us to just not even show not even one bit of mercy to y'all ass, man. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. For the people are blinded. The Lord blinded them, man. The Lord blinded them for that day so he could destroy them. The 2/3 and the wicked of the damn Edomites, man. You know, Esau, Edom, the heathen nations, all the wicked of the nations are here in Babylon the Great so they can receive judgment. The lake of fire will be here, and the people will be burning. Their flesh will fall out their bones. Their bones will even be standing there no more. You know, it will be left nothing of your whole body. Nothing. It will be consumed in that fire. You know? And that's really bad. That's all I'm gonna give. You know, shit, man. You 2/3, y'all don't know what's coming. And you damn wicked, you damn young niggas, man. Shit. I wish I could show this video that I saw, but hey, you young niggas gonna get it, man. Y'all wanna call yourselves that. You wicked ass, you demons are gonna get it, man. That what y'all is, y'all demons. Y'all know but y'all know but childs of the devil, man. That what y'all is. You are of your fathers the devil. Y'all are demons. That's all y'all got upon y'all is murderous and envious demons. You know? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it on that. Lord willing, you was edified through the spirit power. How about Shema was shot? Until the next time, it's lucky. Until the next time, I see trouble warm. And the Bible may the next time I come back, man, Lord willing. I'm gonna end it by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hampirash, Wah Baba Ball. Death to the wicked, man. All right, Shalom.